Hello, my name is Ibrahim Qureshi. I am from grade 6M and today I'm gonna talk about math in space. Math can be used everywhere and it can even be used in space. So, math in space can be used in only one way to analyze the movement of objects in space. Okay, now let's get to our topic. So, our topic is about how the rocket reaches to the moon and how it returns back to Earth. So, we're going to talk about the first rocket that was sent to the moon. It was the Apollo 11 rocket. Apollo 11 was sent to the moon on 16 July 1969. Okay, and it had successfully landed on the moon. Now we're going to talk about the parts that were left in space. You may have seen in such movies or on television that some parts for some reason get separated when they are flying towards the moon. So behind all of this is math. And this is the reason why Neil Armstrong was the first man to set foot on the moon. Okay, now we're going to talk about how he got to the moon. So, keep in mind that F is equals to ma. So, F is the force, m is the mass of the object, and a is the acceleration. Okay, another thing that is important, that the more force you give to the object, the more acceleration. Oh my god! Now there is a lot of maths and equations and calculation involved in calculating the trajectory of the space shuttle. We are not going into this much detail. The only thing that which is important is the precise calculation of the angle and speed to get the job done correctly. So when the rocket leaves the Earth's orbit, it will circle the Earth 2 times because this step is so important. And if we do not do this step, the whole rocket will fail and it fail to get to its destination and the whole mission will not proceed to go. Then what really happens in this stage is that the rocket has to circle the Earth 2 times because it needs to check its fuel levels, its navigation system, and communication. Right after that step, it's gonna leave the Earth and start heading towards the moon. So, while heading towards the moon, the rocket Apollo 11 will lose two parts. At the first stage, it will lose stage number 2, the second biggest and tallest part of the rocket. And now we are left with only two parts, stage 3 and cockpit, also known as the eagle. Okay, we are almost at the moon. Now, the second last step is that we have to rotate the moon 3 times because this step is so important and something special happens. That thing is so unique and difficult to perform, and if it fails, the whole mission is ruined. So, this process is called lunar rotation. In this process, the eagle, known as the cockpit, have to do a 360-degree spin in order to get into stage 3. And by get into stage 3, yes, it uses its oxygen to literally go inside stage 3 and pull out the lunar rover. And that part is the most important part of this whole mission. And then stage 3 is now a useless part. Once they got their part, now they're gonna start heading towards the moon. Now the lunar rover approaches the moon while the eagle circles the moon 3 times again. So this is the last step, and this step contains very nail-biting steps. The first step is to get towards the earth, and it is really important to go the parallel way of which you came from, because if you go the same way, you know what would happen. Stage 1, 2 and 3 are floating over there, or some have perished. But still, it is very dangerous to go over there, because you could get hit and then you could die in the spaceship. Once you're at the Earth, you'll have to land in the water, because the aircraft are not designed to land on land, because you would know what would happen if you land on land. And these space aircrafts are designed to float. They are made of some kind of metal that allows it to float. Okay guys, this is the end of the presentation. I hope you learned something new from this or liked this video. So I wish I get selected from the audiences so I could present you some more questions. And this is the end of the video. Bye guys, I'll see you later.